Hey everyone, Jamie here for Paige Evans Silhouette and Design Team. And today I am eager to show you this new layout with a not so new background cut file. So what I'm going to do, I'm using Whimsical, one of Paige's collections, and I'll set all this aside for right now. What I've already done here, I have cut out the butterfly background and it's sitting still here on my mat. What I did though, and I'll show you what the butterfly background looks like. That's how it comes up on the screen when you've clicked into it. So what I did is I moved it up here to this side, and I also flipped it because I wanted it going this way. I sized it down just slightly, but then what I did is I copied it over, and there's a second set of it over here. Can you see how that's starting to cut? Okay, so there's a second set over here, and it is much smaller. What I'm going to do is this is going to be my background, and then I'm going to layer these on top of their other cuts for just an additional layer of butterflies and texture. First, what I'm going to do though is add some paint splatters to my background before I take it off of the mat. Okay, just laid down some background paper, and so I'm going to grab some gold paint and just in the next, I'm going to speed this up because I'm just going to want to show you, I'm just adding some splatters. I'm probably going to use some gold paint here and some blush color shine, an older color that I have here, and probably one other one, probably just white. Okay, so my white got a little more gloopy than I wanted it to, but I'm going to set that aside anyway and let it dry, and probably even come through here and clean up some of that white a little bit. But you get the idea. So I got pink and white and gold on there. So this is actually, while we're on this subject, paper number 1. And the one side are these cutaways, but I went ahead and decided to go with that other side. I wanted the real subtle pink to go against this ombre background of paper number 17. So I'm going to get this prepped. And what I'm going to do here with this is I'm going to map this against some white anyway. So as I take off this paper, I'm going to take off the manufacturer's strip and then close to a ½ inch all the way around. I know I'm going to want to mat it up against the white for some of that extra pop that comes through when we mat our background papers. Okay, so that's all done. And it's gonna sit up that way. At this point, I need to let my background paper, my butterflies dry. Because what I'll do is, let's see how they are right now. Because I'll lay this again as a template back here on my page to I want my placement to be the same as the background itself. Okay, I went ahead and pulled the cut file off the mat. So this is going to be my template. I've done this before on the wonky hearts layout, this real similar idea as I'm showing you today, where I'm using the negative, is this the negative, of the cut file as the template. So I put the butterflies back where I want them to go, and they're orderly, and they're just like the background that Paige already set up. So I'm going to speed this up, and then after these are all in place, I'm going to go in with the second set that's a little bit smaller and just layer those right on top. so that's what we have so far. One layer of our butterflies on here. So now what I have left on the mat is the smaller sizes. So I'm going to go in and get them placed, and I'll go ahead and speed up our video so you can just watch how that takes place. Then I have my photo here, and then I'm just going to finish with some of the whimsical embellishments, and we'll probably add some more splatters here and there. So I have here the ephemera, which is just as beautiful and sweet as these butterflies. So manufacturer strip to number 1 had these words at the bottom, and being the little frugal scrapper that I am going to be using these as well. Okay, so I went with this background matte from the stripe paper. I like how it kind of plays against the stripe here in the butterflies and the ombre. And then this piece is a die cut from the ephemera. I'm going to layer in some of these cutaways. Here's another one I'm going to grab on here that I liked what it says, and I like this one too. I like that. Okay, I'm going to be making some decisions here on what word phrases I'm going to use there, and I'm just distressing the edges with a ruler. It's just giving them a little bit of texture, and it pulls it up a little bit away from the background, and that way things don't look so flat. I like my elements to appear to sort of be floating, so this is something I do again and again. I decided to go ahead and cut some butterflies, a couple more butterflies, and adding them there to the photo. I'm going to be messing with this placement a little bit. I wasn't happy with it at first, and so you're going to keep seeing me fiddle with that, which is kind of the way of it. That's the whole process of a layout. Nothing ever gets put down and stays forever, and that vision's going to eventually go away. That's not going to stay. I ended up coming back in here with one of the stickers from the sticker packs for Whimsical, and just trying to decide where it's going to go. But you're going to see, yeah, I'm going to go fiddle with that placement again. And I decided I adhered my photo way too tight, and so the butterfly is going to be moved, and I'm super happy. I like the way it's placed there, so much better. And what I did with that sticker is I backed it on cardstock and then put dimensional tape on it. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Dimensional tape so that it would pop up there along with the rest of those elements. I'm using the thickers that are part of Whimsical as well, and this side of the package is a beautiful pink pearl. So the whole monochromatic theme continues to work for me on this page. I kept everything super soft. The photo's sort of dramatic. There's a story behind that photo, and I didn't take it. I had to get it from somebody else. So once that was in place, I was pretty happy with how all that pink played against with that sort of grainy photo. So I'm laying this with hot glue against the matte background, which is just white cardstock. And then in case I did not mention it, those butterflies are also attached with hot glue, and they are not going anywhere. And the last thing I'm going to be adding to my page is, for me, one of the most important parts. Oh, actually, nope. Take that back. I'm adding some more color shine sprinkles, and I probably came back and added some of the gold paint as well. I might have done that off camera. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to do is the journal lines, and I've been doing this for a little bit. I mentioned this on a previous process video here on my channel. That is, I'm taking a flat brush and some color shine, and usually the color is something that's going to be complementary with the page that I've done, and I'm going to draw in lines, and these ended up actually being a little wonky, but that didn't even matter at all. Once my journaling got in place, it looked just fine. I just like having these straight lines on a page and giving a little more foundation to my journaling. And so that's kind of something I've really added lately, and I'm pretty happy with how that has turned out. So that is a look at this layout called This Girl with the Paige Evans Butterfly Background. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to doing this next time and seeing you right here.